Hey guys, just today was a bit more focused on leveling up my wood axe and my skinning. I'm trying to get my skinning to level 4 so I can start using adept. Now, I have I was doing this quite a fair bit at the start, and then I ended up stopping it because I was doing a lot of corrupted dungeons and solo dungeons and so on, and then I got into faction warfare a bit, which ended up distracting me from this. So over the next couple of videos, I'm going to be focusing a bit more on the farming side of things, trying to get as much of the, and the other good thing about this, sorry, which is a really left field note, is just the sellability of this stuff. So it ends up building up my silver, not as quick as I do from like going into corrupted dungeons as such, but it does end up building it up in the sense of I'm able to save a lot more. Well, not time, but it just gives me something else to focus on. I do want to level up everything pretty efficiently. My biggest focus next would be starting to go into red and black areas a bit more. I have started going into the red areas to do solo dungeons with some people who wanted some help because they were a bit worried getting through them. But other than that, I haven't really been able to go into them too much, especially because I don't play for a guild or anything. I just sort of play by myself and I jump in on occasionally. Faction warfare has been the biggest because Thetford is currently, I think, ranked 3rd, but honestly, one of the worst factions to be a part of at the moment. I was having a look. Carleon's, I think, 4th. Matlock's 5th. Actually, you'll see that we're getting raided, I think, in this video. We're getting raided by... I can't remember who. It might have been the purple and white. I'm just trying to remember what they're called again. Can't exactly remember who off the top of my head who was raiding us. But I was going to try and help, but I realised that no one else from our faction was actually assisting in stopping them. There was a bit of chat in the group chat, but no one was really actioning it. So rather than getting myself killed, I just thought that I would do the smart thing and continue on with what I was doing, which was farming the skinning more than anything. My wood axe is I think my wood axe is just shy of going up to the next level, so I can start doing level 6 trees and enchanted level 5 trees. But yeah, it's just a little step by step, just showing that like there is other aspects of the game rather than, which everyone obviously knows if you play the game. If you don't and you're looking at getting into something that has that RuneScape feel from when you were a kid or when you were younger, this definitely has that, but it's not exactly the same as RuneScape. There's so much more to it. There's more leveling system, more abilities, more exploration, faction type things. So like a bit more joint play, I find. And I do really like the selling in the market, how it's sort of based off the players. It's not based off like what the computer wants, which is really good. I think that's probably one of the biggest things I've enjoyed, because like sometimes you can get, let's say, I'm just trying to think, tier 6 Helion shoes, for example, and you may get 60k, but like I think it was a couple of weeks ago I sold them for 120, and then I saw the other day they were back up to 80. Like they jump up and down, which is really, really cool to see that there is this ability for change in the market based off what people are able to loot or make. I do want to get into creating a bit more. I think I'm only able to create like level 3 and level 4 things at the moment, so I want to slowly level that up because it's just easier to go basically skin, find all the resources I need, create what I want, and then I can even sell it too, which is a lot more silver in this regard. But at the same time, I get a lot of drops from the corrupted dungeons and from faction warfare and such. So it's really hard to say like it's better to go do one thing than the other. It depends on how you want to play and what you enjoy. That's the biggest part of this game. There's so much to enjoy. If you're someone who likes to farm and sit there for ages and loot everything, it has that ability. If you want to build, if you want to construct, you can make your own island, which I'll go into a bit more. I haven't even touched my island. I think I bought my island, leveled it up once, And now it just sits because I forgot about it, which is more my fault than anything. I just didn't really think about it because I like it's fun and all for that side of things, but because as I said, I play by myself mainly. I haven't found the need to really level it up. I've been more focused on building up some backup gear. Going to the different cities, I've made a couple of different drop areas for myself. So like in the little banks. The reason why I do that is if I've gone to like a black or a red area and I get killed, if I've been to another city, for example, I'll just use Martlock as an example. So you can see the raid starting now. And this is where we're just getting absolutely creamed. So I think I run through one of the areas quickly just to see if I can do anything. Because I saw, as you can see, there's a couple of people in the chat bringing up, bringing up a little bit about the attack. And then it's just really quiet, which is a bit annoying. Because I love doing the faction warfare, but there's never really anyone on when I'm on. Or if there is, it's very disjointed. People are there just to get XP for themselves, so they don't allow groups to be made. So it's very disjointed, and that's where I think probably joining a guild eventually would be really good. But I haven't got to that point where I feel comfortable just due to my anxiety and stuff. And I do use this as my downtime, so it's my quiet time away from people. So to me, it's still sort of counterproductive to go, okay, let's play with others when I'm wanting time away from others and just to enjoy basically exploring myself. But if I want to get better faction warfare points, if I want to loot more, if I want to be able to have better equipment, I am definitely going to have to start playing with others. But yeah, this is just a little bit of me just running around, skinning. I run past corrupted dungeons, which kills me because I love doing corrupted dungeons. But at this point, I was trying to skin, and I know also if I go into a corrupted dungeon, it's going to turn off my Thetford flag, which will stop me from getting Thetford faction warfare points. So as you see, there is really no one in there. If I'll do a quick run through, there was one guy that went in there, didn't even have his flag on, and I realized, okay, this is useless. I think I went to another outpost because I was like, okay, there might be a little bit less there. Well, that might have been the outpost I was thinking of. But yeah, I just ran around in general, leveling up, exploring a bit. But yeah, next one will be going into probably a red zone to do a corrupted dungeon. I was thinking of taking out a couple of people on the way. But I was mainly just looking for tier 4, so like the goannas and stuff, or the lizards. Sorry, I say goannas because Australian, but yeah, so the lizards, just to get some more skins. And after I think I ended up getting to like 400 skins or something at one stage, or I overfilled. And then what I did was I just went, sold it all, came back, and then relooted again. So I think by the end of it, I was like 17 or 18%, so I was nearly done. So today, when the daily maintenance is done, I'm going to end up loading getting the last 2%, and then I'm going to go do some corrupted dungeon run-throughs. And I'm also going to sell some excess stuff that I currently have, buy a new faction warfare chest, and possibly get another one if I have enough points from the faction warfare gift, the premium gift, which I find I haven't been able to do too much just because, as I said, there's not really much play of faction warfare on Thetford. They all want the points for themselves, which then makes the points distributed really, really shit. Because sometimes you get like a lot. I think at one stage I got like a couple thousand all of a sudden because I aggroed and got last kills and stuff like that and held the area. But then other times I'll get 0 even though I've done a heap of damage because I haven't aggroed. I didn't get like last slash, things like that. So it's about getting into those groups. So I really wish and I hope if there's anyone that watches this that's on the Thetford channel, please add me because I would love to do some faction warfare with you guys. That's something I'd love to do. I am eventually going to get Discord and talk. Just at the moment I'm preferring the quiet time, but I will try and branch out into that within the coming weeks. as my training gets a bit more balanced. At the moment, it's sort of coming back for my next comp, so it's a bit more of my focus rather than like, you know, making a whole heap of new friends. But I do want to make a group on here. I have a friend on here that I will be playing with, probably starting by the end of this week.